Yo, what's up guys, it's ApTreX here. Today we might be taking a look at the biggest update in Yuzu Emulator Android's history. If you just go ahead and open Play Store and search for Yuzu Emulator and check the early access latest build which was released just 2 days ago, you'll be able to find out that huge changes such as implemented NCE finally officially implemented into Yuzu Emulator Android and lot of performance improvements, compatibility and bug fixes for even low-end devices. One of the major problems which many of you guys were facing is the battery draining and mobile heating up issue that has also been fixed, as you see right here. Lowers device temperature and improves battery life. With the help of Yuzu Emulator NCE build, it will improve load times, performance in CPU limited games, added per game settings, which is one of the most important features in my honest opinion. This feature in Skyline Emulator was very helpful in my case. Added game directory management, fixes for FXA rendering issues, introduced separate CMD buffer for uploads, general improvements to setting pages, added FPS counter drop shadow for improved visibility, includes the latest changes from upstream Yuzu, which means Yuzu Emulator PC. So let's just go ahead and update it. You might be thinking that Yuzu Emulator early access got the update, so normal version of Yuzu should also receive the same update, right? Well, not really, because the last update which was released on normal Yuzu Emulator Android was in November 10. You just have to be patient. In just 2 weeks, all the changes from Yuzu Emulator Android early access build will eventually roll out to the Yuzu Emulator normal builds. And if you want the latest features earlier, then you can directly check out the Yuzu Android's official GitHub page where they release daily builds. Anyways, now that we have updated our Yuzu Emulator early access build, let's just go ahead and open it and tap on the settings bar. So guys, while editing the video, I figured out that I forgot to show you guys the per game setting option that has been finally now added in Yuzu Emulator Android's new update. So if you just go ahead and hold any game, you will be now able to add add-ons such as updates, DLC, including GPU driver manager option as well as settings. So every single game you can customize and modify the settings according to your preferences, and with the help of add-ons feature you can even add your DLC or updates. And if you go to settings, you will see the normal settings as usual. So this is definitely a huge improvement by Team Yuzu. Let's go to advanced settings. Let's go to the debug option where you'll be able to find the latest native code execution CPU backend option. Make sure to set it to NCE. By default it should be set to NCE, but if it's not, then make sure to turn on this option. With the help of this option, lot of games will now be playable, and improved thermals, improved performance on low-end devices and improved RAM management. Anyways, in system, make sure to turn off limit speed percentage. There is a bug with this setting though. I hope that gets fixed pretty soon, because whenever you restart the emulator, limit speed percentage will automatically be turned on again. Anyways, accuracy level is normal, resolution will keep it at 1x, aspect ratio stretch to fit, force maximum clocks, make sure to enable this along with asynchronous shaders. So once that has been done, we should be all set, because with the help of this brand new update of Yuzu Emulator Android, you can emulate games at 1x graphics resolution without facing any lagging issues. I also recommend you guys to go to GPU driver manager and make sure to add the latest version of Turnip driver. Now the latest Mesa Turnip Adreno driver is the revision 12, and I will be using the aggressive version of this Mesa Turnip Adreno driver, which is supposed to provide even better performance on low-end Android devices, so the devices below Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Anyways, I have a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 device, so it shouldn't really matter. We'll quickly open Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and see how much improvement there will be, and immediately you'll be able to notice the loading time. It's super fast. Just take a look at the left side. FPS which we are getting is more than 100. Let's just go ahead and start our adventure or continue our adventure. Now previously, the biggest complaint which I used to have with Yuzu Emulator Android is the fact that in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, we used to get very poor FPS. But finally guys, that has been fixed. If you guys remember or have watched my Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Yuzu Emulator Android gameplay videos, I used to only get around 12 to 25 FPS even on a flagship Android device. But finally after this update, the FPS improvement is visible, and you can now surely try out Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu on Yuzu Emulator Android. Though I wouldn't really completely recommend you guys, as you saw the game just crashed, so this might be present with some devices or due to custom GPU drivers. If you have a low-end device, still Skyline Emulator will be a better option for you guys. Anyways, I am super hyped for the Strato emulator release. If you have watched my Strato Android release date video, then you guys know Strato will be releasing within this month, so I am super hyped for it. Anyways, as far as I know, this game shouldn't really boot on the Yuzu Emulator Android no matter what NCE build. It crashes after the loading screen, but if it does manage to boot, then never mind guys. At the top left corner, you will be able to notice that the FPS is stuck at 0.0 which means that this game won't work on Yuzu Emulator Android. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. In conclusion, games like Assassin's Creed should now be playable on Yuzu Emulator Android, and other games should be tested. Let me know in the comment section down below what games do you want me to test in future. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.